Family, welcome back. Today I'm about to share something most people never understood about Jesus, something only the chosen ones are starting to remember in this lifetime. Jesus didn't teach manifestation the way modern people talk about it. He wasn't manifesting from ego. He wasn't trying to get things, fix things, or prove anything. He manifested from the monad, the divine oneness, the source of all creation. And today, I want to help you remember how to do the same. See, most people manifest from fear. They manifest from trauma, from insecurity, from the little self that says, I'm not enough, I don't have it, I need it from outside of me. And that's why nothing works for them. Because you can't create abundance from lack, you can't create healing from fear, and you can't create love from emptiness. But Jesus said, I and the Father are one. He was telling you the secret, not that he was the only one connected to God, but that he was creating from oneness, from the monad, from the part of himself that could not be separated from the source. And that same spark is inside you. The chosen ones feel it, even when they don't understand it. It's that pull inside your chest, that knowing, that quiet voice that feels older than your body, older than your name, older than this lifetime. When Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you, he was saying manifestation doesn't start outside. It starts inside your state of being. When you speak from ego, your words have no power. But when you speak from the monad, your true self, creation responds instantly. That's why Jesus could speak healing, speak abundance, speak peace, and reality shifted. He wasn't reacting to the world. He was creating from the source within him. And chosen one, you have that same ability. You've always noticed you manifest differently from others. You don't need vision boards, rituals, or desperate affirmations. When you speak from clarity, when you feel that deep inner alignment, things just show up. People say it's luck, but you know it's something else, something divine, something that flows through you. Manifesting from the monad means you stop chasing and you start knowing. You stop begging and start embodying. You stop thinking from the mind and start feeling from the soul. Jesus didn't say ask and panic. He said ask and you shall receive, because from the monad, receiving is natural. It's already done. Ego manifestation says, I need. Monad manifestation says, I am. And the universe responds to what you are, not what you crave. This is why chosen ones experience isolation, why you're set apart, why you go through deep inner battles, because before you can manifest from the monad, everything ego-based must fall away. Jesus went into the wilderness alone for a reason. You went through your wilderness too, and that wilderness was not punishment, it was purification. When you detach from ego identities, when you stop needing validation, when you stop depending on the world to tell you who you are, then you can hear the inner voice clearly. The monad speaks softly, powerfully, truthfully. It reminds you that you are not separate from creation. You are creation expressing itself through a human form. Jesus tried to show the world this truth, but only a few understood. Today, the chosen ones are awakening to it again. And I'm here to remind you, your manifestation power doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from becoming quieter. It doesn't come from trying. It comes from aligning. When you breathe, when you center yourself, when you speak from a place of certainty and peace, reality listens. Because the monad in you is the same source that formed the universe. And when you create from that place, nothing is impossible. So remember this, Jesus didn't manifest by force. He manifested by identity. And the more you return to your true identity, the divine spark inside, the more effortlessly your life transforms. You are not manifesting alone. You are manifesting with the source that lives within you, and that is the greatest power you will ever know. And family, let me take this even deeper, because this is where most people stop, but this is exactly where Jesus wanted humanity to awaken. Manifestation from the monad is not about controlling reality. It's about becoming so aligned with source that reality has no choice but to align with you. You've probably noticed this in your own life. Whenever you force things, everything goes wrong. But whenever you surrender, whenever you breathe and allow, suddenly doors open without you touching them. People show up at the exact moment you need them. Opportunities appear at the perfect time. This isn't coincidence. This is the monad responding to your state of being, the same way it responded to Jesus. You see, ego creates from pressure, but the monad creates from presence. Ego says, I need to fix my life. The monad says, my life is unfolding exactly as it should. Ego says, I don't have enough. The monad says, I am connected to infinite abundance. Ego reacts. The monad observes and chooses. Ego fears. The monad knows. And this inner knowing, this deep, silent certainty inside you, that is the real power, that is the same consciousness Jesus carried. That is why when he walked into a place, the atmosphere shifted. People felt healed before he even touched them. When he spoke, his words didn't just communicate, they created. Chosen one, the same energy lives in you. That's why people feel different around you. They can't explain it, but your presence affects them. Some feel comfort, some feel exposed, some feel intimidated, some feel safe, because your energy isn't like everyone else. You have a connection they lost. You have a memory they forgot. And even if you don't fully understand it yet, your spirit remembers everything. This is why you never fit in, why you couldn't be like everyone else even when you tried, why you felt disconnected from the world while being deeply connected to something higher, because you weren't meant to manifest from ego like the masses. You were meant to manifest from the monad, from the pure divine consciousness that Jesus taught. But here, the key, the world distracts you from this truth every single day. Society wants you stressed, busy, overwhelmed, constantly comparing, constantly wanting. Because the moment you become still, the moment you turn inward, the moment you breathe and remember who you really are, the illusion breaks. The ego loses control, and the monad, the God spark within you, awakens. This awakening is not loud, it's not dramatic, it's not fireworks, it's quiet, it's gentle, it's like a soft inner whisper saying, everything you seek is already within you. And when you start listening to that whisper, you start shifting timelines, you start attracting things that match your inner truth, you stop chasing and start receiving. You stop doubting and start knowing. Jesus didn't teach manifestation through effort. He taught manifestation through embodiment. He became the energy of what he wanted, and the world mirrored it. He became peace, so storms calmed. He became abundance, so provision showed up. He became healing, so sickness dissolved. He became love, so darkness couldn't touch him. And this is exactly what the chosen ones are remembering now. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. If you become aligned, your life aligns. If you become peaceful, your life becomes peaceful. If you become grateful, abundance rushes in. If you become love, everything unlike love falls away. Manifesting from the monad means stepping out of the small identity, the story, the labels, the pain, and stepping into your true identity, a creator, a vessel, a reflection of the source itself. So as you continue your journey, remember this. Every time you choose love instead of fear, you activate the monad. Every time you choose faith instead of doubt, you activate the monad. Every time you choose presence over panic, you activate the monad. Every time you choose soul over ego, you step into the same consciousness Jesus demonstrated. And this, family, this is only the beginning of your awakening. The power inside you is far greater than you've ever been taught. And as you begin to manifest from the monad more and more, you're going to witness miracles in your life that will make you question how you ever lived without this awareness. And as this journey continues, family, I want you to understand something even deeper. The more you awaken to the monad within you, the more the external world begins to reveal its true nature. You start realizing that nothing is random, nothing is accidental. Every person you meet, every situation you face, every challenge you endure, it's all reflecting something inside you. Jesus understood this perfectly. That's why he never blamed, never reacted, never panicked. He saw the world as a mirror, not an enemy. When a situation came to test him, he didn't respond from ego. He responded from the monad, calm, centered, certain, and this is what the chosen ones are beginning to embody now. You're noticing that the more you stop reacting, the more power you gain. The more you observe instead of absorbing, the clearer everything becomes. The more you detach from outcomes, the more easily everything flows toward you. And listen, when you start stepping into this level of consciousness, life will test you, not to break you, but to confirm your transformation. The universe asks, are you really done with your old self? Are you really ready to manifest from the monad? And the test shows up in the form of old patterns, old triggers, old emotions, old people trying to pull you back. But this time you don't fall for it. This time you choose alignment over reaction. And that is the moment the monad activates even stronger. You begin to realize that manifestation is not about forcing your desires into existence. It's about becoming the version of yourself that naturally attracts them. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "Seek first the kingdom within, and all things shall be added unto you." He was saying, become aligned internally, and the external will align automatically. You don't chase, you attract by identity. Chosen ones feel this shift happening. You can sense your energy changing. You can feel when something is meant for you and when something is. You can feel when a door is closing because your soul is being redirected. You can feel when a chapter is ending not because you failed, but because you outgrew it. This sensitivity is not weakness, it's divine intelligence awakening inside you. Your soul is becoming louder than your mind. And the thing is, the more you align with the monad, the more the world tries to understand you and fails. People won't know how you stay calm in chaos. They won't understand how you recover so quickly from things that break others. They won't understand why opportunities flow to you effortlessly. They won't understand why you carry a peace that doesn't make sense. They'll call it luck. They'll call it mystery, but you'll know it's alignment. You'll notice that even your relationships shift. People who match your vibration will feel magnetized to you. People who live in ego will feel uncomfortable around you, not because you did anything wrong, but because the monad inside you exposes the illusion inside them. Your presence reveals their fears, and many people don't want to face themselves. But the ones who are ready, they will feel healed just by being around you, the same way people felt around Jesus. Life begins to synchronize when you live from the monad. Small signs begin to guide you. A thought appears at the perfect moment. A message arrives exactly when you needed it. You think of someone and they call. You desire something lightly and it shows up. This isn't magic, it's resonance. The monad only brings to you what matches your frequency. And as you grow, you'll notice you need less and less from the world. You don't chase validation because you know your worth. You don't beg for love because you are love. You don't fear loss because you trust divine timing. You don't cling because you understand flow. And in this state, manifestation becomes effortless. Life stops being a battle and becomes a conversation with the universe. This is what Jesus tried to teach, that heaven is not a distant place, but a state of consciousness, a state where you are one with your source, guided by inner truth instead of outer noise, a state where your desires are simply echoes of what your soul already knows is yours, a state where miracles are normal because you're aligned with the one who expresses miracles through you. And chosen one, as you continue awakening, you're going to start remembering abilities you didn't even know you had. Deep spiritual intuition, manifestation through intention alone, reading energies without effort, feeling someone's truth without a word, attracting what is aligned and being naturally protected from what is. This is the power of the monad. This is the consciousness Jesus demonstrated so humans could remember who they are. And trust me, your journey is far from finished. Everything you've been through was preparation. Everything falling apart was alignment. Everything painful was purification. Everything confusing was initiation. You weren't being punished. You were being reshaped. Because the world can only receive the version of you that knows how to create from the monad, not the ego. And now, you're stepping into that version, stronger, clearer, wiser, and aligned with divine purpose.